Hello, and welcome to Discover UCLA Women in Engineering, also known as We at UCLA. I'm Audrey Poole O'Neill, and very happy to have you join me here today. I'd like to start with an update on COVID-19. At this time, UCLA is planning to offer in-person fall quarter classes on campus. However, COVID-19 is a very dynamic situation, so should those plans change, you will be apprised accordingly. We will also make sure to inform you of any changes that may impact We at UCLA programming. I'd now like to share a little glimpse about UCLA Samueli Engineering. I absolutely love that video. Every time I see it, it makes me want to go here. And I did go here, but a little bit about that in a second. Now it's my pleasure to have you meet the team. We are led by the Ronald and Valerie Sugar Dean of the UCLA Samueli School of Engineering, Jayati Murthy. She's a member of the National Academy of Engineering. She has a PhD in mechanical engineering from the University of Minnesota. Her research areas are nanoscale heat transfer, computational fluid dynamics, and simulations of fluid flow and heat transfer for industrial applications. She's also the first woman dean of UCLA Engineering. We have Associate Dean of Diversity and Inclusion, Scott Brandenburg. He's a professor of civil and environmental engineering. He has a PhD in civil and environmental engineering from the University of California, Davis. And his research areas are geotechnical earthquake engineering, geophysical imaging, data acquisition and signal processing, and numerical analysis. Now a little bit more about myself. I have the honor and pleasure of directing the UCLA Women in Engineering program known as We at UCLA. I'm also a lecturer in the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Department. I'm a double Bruin, having received my master's and PhD in mechanical engineering from right here at UCLA Samueli. And my research interest is in the area of multifunctional nanocomposite materials. My colleagues include Brianne Branch, Associate Director, and Ashley Fletcher, our Program Coordinator. We also have part-time We at UCLA staff who are also full-time students here at UCLA Samueli School of Engineering. Sydney Austin is our student intern. She's a graduating senior majoring in mechanical engineering. And Morolake Omoya is our social media director. She's a second-year PhD student in civil and environmental engineering. She also received her bachelor's and master's degrees in civil and environmental engineering from UCLA Samueli. Now I'd like to share an overview of our program. We at UCLA was established May 1st, 2017. And our mission is to enable the full participation, success, and advancement of women in engineering and computer science. Our program is open to all UCLA Samueli students who support this mission. We primarily work in three major areas: recruitment, retention to graduation, and career readiness. Under recruitment, we're doing things like We at UCLA webinars. We're hosting some Instagram live sessions, and there will be some phone banking, so you might get a phone call from us. Under retention to graduation, we have our We at UCLA academies, our awareness to action training, and we have dinner in the dorms with the dean. Under career readiness, our We at UCLA academies fall under that category as well. We also have negotiation training, confidence panels, and what not to wear fashion shows. I'd like to focus a little bit on our recruitment outcomes. Before We at UCLA was established, the largest percentage of women in our freshman class at UCLA Samueli was 26%. Since we established We at UCLA, the percentage of females in the freshman class has not been lower than 30%. Our highest percentage was 33. We are looking to this class to take us over the top. We're pushing for 35% female in the freshman class, and we know you can make it happen. Now I'd like to talk about our We at UCLA academies. We have our We at UCLA Leadership Academy, which is a professional development and leadership series designed to empower, improve self-efficacy, and provide a sense of community among female students at UCLA Samueli. We have female industry leaders who come in and serve as keynote speakers and panelists, and they address themes around leadership. We've had 97 students go through the program so far, and the themes that we address include self-efficacy, identity, ethics, confidence, community, and teamwork. We give our students a survey before they start the program. We asked them a series of questions, and one of those questions was, someone like me can succeed in an engineering or computer science career. So what you see on the left is what we categorize as our pre-assessment responses. These are the answers the students gave before participating in the program. On the right, you'll see our post-assessment responses. After completing the six-week program, this were the responses from the students to that very same question. You can see that more of them strongly agree with that statement. We also asked the students, I can identify strategies for building support and community among women in a male-dominated academic or workplace setting. On the left, you see their responses before participating in the program, and on the right, you see their responses after completing the program. Again, all of the students strongly agreed or agreed with that statement, which is a great increase from before they started. We also have our We at UCLA Aerospace Academy. Now, this is a co-curricular series that's truly designed to ignite career interest in the aerospace industry and to strengthen students' analytical and critical thinking skills. It's a very unique, hands-on, experiential training program that's run by industry professionals from Northrop Grumman and Raytheon. We've had 40 students go through the program so far. They've learned about stealth, how to make things disappear. They learned systems engineering. They learned about radar, how to build radar systems, send a signal through, process, and analyze it. And they also learned about cybersecurity. I can neither confirm nor deny that they were taught how to hack into computer systems. But I will tell you that after that session, I came home and changed all of my passwords. We gave a pre and post assessment to these students as well. Before starting the program, we asked them, how much do you know about the types of engineering careers and roles that exist in the aerospace industry? On the left, you'll see their responses before they started the program, and on the right, you'll see their responses after completing the program. All of the students either felt they understood some or a great deal about the industry after the program ended. We also asked the students, I believe I can be a successful engineer in the aerospace industry. On the left, you'll see their responses before participating in the program. And on the right, you'll see their responses after completing the program. You can see that their confidence and their ability to be successful greatly increased. We then had to celebrate, of course. So we have a joint academy graduation every year with our aerospace and our leadership graduates. The dean comes to celebrate the students. We are also joined by our industry representatives who participated in the academies, as well as our alumni who participated as keynote speakers and panelists. It's really a fun time. The students are allowed to invite family and friends, and we really do have a ball. We also did some things to address student climate here at UCLA Samueli. We developed our Awareness to Action training series, which is this interactive multimedia workshop that was designed for students in introductory and project-based classes. We wanted to use this course to improve the sense of community among all UCLA Samueli students, as well as to increase awareness of some of the challenges faced by women in engineering and computing. The curriculum includes strategies for improving communication and inclusion, and how to move from being a bystander to being an ally. We gave an assessment to these students as well. In the fall quarter, we trained 132 students through this workshop, and we asked them if this training could help foster peer relationships. 91% of the students who participated in the program thought that it could. We also asked the students if this training could improve the sense of community at UCLA Samueli, and 90% of the students thought that it could. Lastly, we asked the students if this training could help increase awareness of some of the challenges faced by women in engineering and computer science. 94% of the students who participated thought that it could. We also do some fun activities. We have the privilege of collaborating with three of the most dynamic student-run organizations on the UCLA Samueli campus. Those would be the Association for Computing Machinery Women, or ACMW, IEEE WATT, which stands for Women Advancing Technology Through Teamwork, and the Society of Women Engineers, also known as SWE. We work with them to host how to negotiate your salary workshops, speed mentoring sessions, confidence panels, and what not to wear fashion shows. You know, what not to wear to a job interview, or what not to wear in a research lab setting. We also have one of our favorite events of the year, which is Dinner in the Dorms with the Dean. Now, first of all, you have to know that UCLA dorm food is amazing. The dean and I enjoy having dinner with the students there. They let us know what shows we actually should be binge watching. They explain the newfangled things like TikTok. And then they also tell us what they're up to, what their future plans are, and just generally how things are going with them here at the school. The next steps for we at UCLA include the development of additional technical academies. One is being developed around the semiconductor industry, one is being developed around signals and systems, and another one is being developed around engineering and fashion. You know, you can take a scan of yourself now and send it off to a company, and they can make custom clothing for you. Well, that process requires a lot of engineers and computer scientists to work and make that happen. So we're working with companies who do that kind of work, and we're developing an engineering and fashion academy around it. We're also going to have more awareness to action training sessions, and we're going to expand our professional development activities to include mock technical interviews and more negotiation training. These are some of the ways that we engineer change.
At UCLA, we're committed to tackling the greatest challenges of the 21st century. And the way that we do this is through developing the key technologies that'll enable solutions for these challenges.
I felt the need to go into engineering, and I felt the need to go into sustainability because I felt that that was the problem that I most attuned with, and the problem that I felt that I could solve in my lifetime.
I think it's really great to be a part of the energy of UCLA. Being here, you really feel like you're part of something, like you're working towards something bigger, and that you can actually elicit change.
In 2000, it cost $1 billion to sequence the human genome. Now you can sequence the genome for less than 1,000. And the question is, what we haven't known up till this time is what specifically is it in the DNA that makes you at higher risk if your parents have a disease. And so what we will do is we take, for example, 10,000 people that have depression and 10,000 people that don't have depression, collect all their DNA, and then look for genetic variants that are more common in the individuals that have depression than the individuals that don't. We are analyzing massive amounts of data. We have petabytes and petabytes of data. I know with the kind of skills that I have and the perspective on my research that I have, my best way to contribute is through developing technologies that can really push these kind of studies forward.
In the last academic year, we produced nearly 20,000 tons of waste. That's a lot of waste. We're essentially a tiny city here at UCLA. And so we drive all of that waste over 100 miles to Victorville to be dumped into landfill. And that's unacceptable for me and for the UCLA community. And so we decided to essentially get facilities to bag up the trash and bring it down into Wilson Plaza and dump it down into the ground. And we would open those bags and sort that out and weigh the trash, compost, landfill, and recycling. As a student, I want to learn as much as I can. I want to give back to the university as much as I can. I want to see this campus go zero waste by 2020, and I want to be a part of that change. I want to lead that change here on campus.
The problem currently with brain implants is that they're far too stiff. So what we're trying to do is develop a material that inserting into the brain tissue is stiff, and then at body temperature will transition into a soft material that matches the stiffness of brain tissue. The first state is room temperature rigid. Stage 2, you heat it up past that transition point and it becomes stretchy. Step 3 would be running a current through it and creating a different shape than the original shape. Then you cool it down back under its transition temperature and it stays in that actuated state. And then you heat it back up and it goes back to its original shape. We're trying to, change the way that brain implants work. The biggest impact that I want to have on the world is to be able to make a difference in someone's life. And here at UCLA, I feel like I have achieved that. I think everyone here is trying to change something.
Thank you so much for joining this webinar. I really appreciate your time, and I'm hoping you'll consider joining us here at UCLA Samueli, where we engineer change. We look forward to seeing you in September. When you come to campus, be sure to come join us. Stop by our office, say hello, let us know how you're doing. You can always send us an email. This is our email address. And you can follow us on Instagram. We invite you to join us. We want you to come to this campus. We want you to join us and help us engineer change. So this is so long. I'll see you in the fall. Thank you and enjoy your summer because we're going to do great things when you come and join us. Take care.